This season I started mountain unicycling, and I've gone on some beginner trails, some intermediate trails, and even riding in Switzerland. I'm going to try an expert trail today. Well, that's not good. Okay, that's better. I decided to do 3 ravines. So from the Wolf Roads parking lot, you ride west on Pipeline Trail, through Pipeline South, and a little bit south on the last part of Psychopath. We're at the beginning, or the end, according to Trail Forks, of 3 ravines, which is my favorite mountain biking trail in the Chicagoland area. It just has 3. There's a lot of technical stuff in it, but it has 3 ravines, obviously, that feature pretty significant drops, especially on a unicycle. So I love doing it on a mountain bike. I've never done it on a unicycle before, so let's give it a try. Not too far away from the beginning of the trail, we had the setup to our first ravine, which on a bike you can gap, but on a unicycle, not really sure how to approach it. But this sets you up for the first rocky drop or the first rocky roll in. I planned out a few ways I would take it, but sometimes actually riding what you planned doesn't work out the way you thought it would. I wish I got that fall better on camera because it looks so lame. It worked out that each one of these stepwise route drops was about a half a crank each, so it ended up being really smooth. Unfortunately, the trail brings you into this ravine from the right side, so it was hard to go from a left to a right kind of transfer. The possibility of catching some air did run across my mind, but I'll probably save that for another day. Not my first time on this trail. If you don't know what a ravine is, it's a sharp drop followed by a sharp increase. In the Midwest, it's very small, but after the drop came the uphill. Because you can hit the first ravine section in a lot of different ways, I spent some time sessioning it, which was rough because we weren't even a third of the way through the trail. And the next technical section kind of sneaks up on you. All of this sets you up for the second ravine, which looks kind of daunting, but actually was pretty easy. It was just a small downhill. Definitely not as difficult as the first one. And in between the second and third ravine, it was pretty chill too. Some uphill and some roots here and there, but nothing bad. But eventually, we would have to get to the third ravine. This is the last ravine on this trail and the last major feature before we end. Looking at this drop, it doesn't seem like that big, and I don't know why I'm so scared of it. It's so funny. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Try to film me going down the ravine, and that don't work too well. So obviously you can just roll down the left side and everything will be fine. But the rock was right there. It was so cool. You can't not hit it. Just as I was sizing it up, some mountain biker just clears it. And I look so lame in comparison.
And that guy did it.
It took a few more attempts, but 15 seconds worth of bravery really paid off. Oh, well, this doesn't seem like much. Maybe it's an expert feature, I don't really know. It's not as extreme as it probably could be. I mean, we're in Chicago, so
I don't know. We don't really have mountains here, but I'm happy with it.
Admittedly, I walked the upside of this ravine, but mostly because I'm lazy. It was super mellow, and so was the rest of the ride to the end of Three Ravines. Well, that was Three Ravines. Right now we're at the intersection of One Day, Three Ravines, and Ho Chi Minh. And the parking lot is calling my name, man. I am exhausted. And here's me giving a thrilling overview of what I just did. For some reason, my audio cut out. If you're in the Chicagoland area and you're into downhill mountain unicycling, this is a good trail for you. Obviously, the ravines and the drops will be up your alley. And in between, there was a lot of fun features that I didn't really go into detail about because it was mostly rocks and roots, but they were still fun and worth checking out. I would go ahead and say this is an expert-ish level mountain unicycling trail, so be aware of that. Also, this is a very popular trail in the Palos system, so if you're going to be riding it on a slow unicycle, I would recommend you kind of moving out of the way for bikers because they do really fly by. So just be respectful and see if you can move over if you hear them coming. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys are in the Chicagoland area and have given this trail a try on a mountain bike or a mountain unicycle, and consider subscribing if you want more unicycle related content. Thanks and good luck.
At what point did you decide unicycling was too easy and decided to take it out in the trails?
Second I saw other people doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, that's a challenge. Good luck trying to film it, so.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's my fault.
Oh, ruined your shot.
You're good.
Maybe next try. Have fun.